My husband and I had been married for about 3 months, and new homeowners, newlyweds, all that fun stuff. We were spending some time working on our yard. He was bending over. Every time he bent over to pick up the mulch, he just got this really bad headache. And he's not someone who complains about headaches. He's not one who gets sick at all. And I'm like, you know what? My sinuses really bother me when I do this kind of stuff. Maybe you're just getting sinus infection. Went to the doctor. No, that's not it. More headaches, more doctor's appointments. I'm like, well, I get migraines. Maybe you're getting a migraine. It sounds that intense. Not a migraine. So he had a very proactive doctor who decided, let's just, I want to be comfortable. Let's put you in the hospital for 23-hour observation. And we were put in over at Illini, Genesis Silvis, and it was just supposed to be observation. Pretty quickly, they found a mass in his brain. And we spent about a week in the hospital while they ran more and more tests. Spent a week anxiously waiting the biopsy results and found out that it was a brain tumor and it was terminal. It was just shock and awe at that initial point. We'd been married 3 months. We're supposed to be starting our lives, not talking about one of our lives ending. We really weren't sure what to expect. Neither one of us had much familiarity with cancer at that time. Justin was in the hospital, and in comes one of the social workers or outreach coordinators who worked for Gilda's Club at the time. And next thing I know, it's, hon, I think we need to check out Gilda's Club. A lot of people assume that this is a women's organization or for certain types of cancer. And at that point, he happened to be the only male coming to the wellness group. So he would joke about all his sisters and his surrogate moms that he had in that group. Meanwhile, for myself, over in the family group, I was with a lot of, at that time it tended to be a lot of spouses, and actually there was a lot of males coming to that group at that point. I was probably a little slow to start sharing my own story. I was one of those people who, we suggest to people, give it a few tries. And we were really only going to come one time just to make sure it fit or it didn't fit. But I got a lot initially out of listening to other people. And I really loved that I wasn't pushed or forced to talk very much in the beginning. Because like I said, it was just that shock and awe. I didn't know how I was feeling. I couldn't navigate through all the emotions going through me. So it was really comforting just to be able to hear other people's stories. I see those people walking the doors, not really sure if they want to be here. In fact, you'd be surprised how many people, we have our offices in the carriage house, so when we walk across the parking lot to come into the clubhouse, there'll be somebody sitting in their car. We're not necessarily sure who it is, but we've had a lot of people remark, well, you caught me, so I had to come in. I'm like, well, good, I'm glad you did. Here's what we do, here's what we're about. It's not depressing to be here. If anything, it can be very uplifting. Back when I was working part-time, I'd be working well more than 40 hours a week and then coming here and I'd feel relieved. We laugh in group, we cry in group, we just share stories.